Hey guys, it's Elena.
And it's Candace.
And you're listening to Cousins on Crime.
What month is it? June?
What day is it? Oh, so yesterday was Memorial Day.
Okay, at the time of this recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry.
We're actually ahead.
Aren't you so
As
proud?
we speak, we are ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So,
and we'd
yes.
like to be recognized for our achievements.
So yes, today we are recording. It is the day after Memorial Day. What did you do to celebrate?
I went to the pool.
Oh.
So our neighbors, they have a cabin up in Wisconsin. So they're up there and they told us to feel free to use their pool. And they probably said that like, you can use our pool if you want. We've been using it like we live there.
Do you text them, say, hey, we're coming over, or
No, because we're also flushing their toilets and running their water and checking on their house. So that is our perk.
Your payment.
But I told Daniel they probably didn't think that we were actually going to be using it every day. But
they probably see y'all on the cameras and these people.
Yeah, they probably do. But we were going to put a pool in when we built this house. And we're like, well, we'll just wait. And now we're like, okay, we have to put it in next year.
But why when you have one right next door?
Well,
yeah. Because you can't just keep going over there
keep going over to the neighbor's pool for the rest of my life.
But why not?
And it's such a nice pool. It looks like a resort. It's just such a nice pool.
Aww.
And the girls love it. So, and they sleep so good after having been at the pool.
Oh yeah, get that energy out.
I know. So, yeah, so we went to the pool in before lunch. Then it started raining. Then I took a nap.
This rain is off the wall.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It's unprecedented.
Why are we talking about the weather? I don't know.
Because we're old ladies. My back hurts too. This rain's making my hips click.
It's a thing.
What did you do on Memorial Day?
I cleaned, I took my grandma dinner, and we watched Lone Survivor.
Oh.
It's a military movie.
Yeah.
It's actually based from when Chris was in Afghanistan. He worked with the unit. So Lone Survivor, that mission that they went on, 19 people died.
Wow.
And 8 of them, I think it was in his unit who he had just had lunch with.
No way.
That day. And so I think we've kind of made it a habit every Memorial Day or something around around that time we'll watch the movie. It's very difficult to watch. I don't know if you've seen Lone Survivor.
I have never seen it.
It's so hard to watch just because they make it so real of what these soldiers went through.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking, but
I really like war movies because I think they really do try and make it as authentic and you can feel. And these people they come back here and they're just expected to integrate back into society.
Yeah.
When they've experienced all these things. So thank you to our service men and women.
Yes.
I know this is after the fact, but we so appreciate your service.
Yes. Thank you so much for your service in protecting our country.
Yeah.
Well, with that, did you have anything else to say before I get into it?
No, you don't want to hear. You don't want me to ramble on because I will.
Maybe we do. Maybe we. Maybe we should just have one episode every month or so where we just talk about nothing so that we don't have to talk about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And then that way people, if they don't want to listen to us ramble, they don't have to even click on the episode. We could just be like Ramblings by Candace and Elena. Anyways. Okay.
I love it.
On to it. Today we're talking about Laura Lee Crane. She was born July 13th of 1926.
Oh.
In Fort Worth, Texas.
Really?
Uh-huh. She was the daughter of Dr. Roy Lee Grogan and Verna Lee Clark Grogan. So, of course, she's going to be Laura Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cute?
Yes.
She graduated from Pascal High School. She received a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from Sweetbriar College.
Oh, that just sounds so wholesome.
Right?
Sweetbriar College.
That's probably how they said it too. Sweetbriar. And she received a Master of Arts from Texas Christian University.
Oh, girl. Get it?
Yeah, go Frogs. She married Meade Ballard Crane, and they had 2 daughters together. She served as a member of the Assembly Fort Worth Women's Club and the Fort Worth Junior League.
Oh, yes. I have a lot of friends that are in the Junior League. I do. I'm not kidding. Lena was looking at me like, right.
I'm like waiting for the...
No, I'm not kidding. I really do.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
So Laura Lee Crane became the director of Star Point, which is a school for learning disabilities at TCU.
Aw.
She was devoted to her career and had a passion to educate children with learning disabilities and special needs. One of her goals and successes was to inform other educators about these conditions. And she developed a nationally recognized reading program.
Wow.
For learning disabled students.
Goodness.
She trained the next generation of teachers to work with children with special needs. If she could just pass on some of her knowledge and spark that same passion that she had for it, they too could make a positive impact on children's lives. So she was like the match that lit a candle, and then that candle could light the next, and then, like a trickle effect.
Yeah.
She served on the founding faculty of Starting Point School. Some of the years she served as the director. She was there for around 30 years.
Wow.
She retired from teaching in 1990. She continued to work with children at her home after retirement, tutoring.
Of course she did.
Right.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Heck no. So she was tutoring anywhere from 5 years old to like graduate seniors. On January 30th of 2004, Laura was 77 years old at the time. It was a Friday. She left her home in the late morning hours. She informed her husband of her plans for the day. She wasn't planning to be gone long. She stopped at a friend's house for a quick visit and then went on to get her grocery errands taken care of for the week. It was Super Bowl weekend. So maybe I don't know if she cared about the Super Bowl. I'm assuming so because, TCU, you usually have that school pride. You go to football games. Maybe she liked football. I don't know. But yeah, so maybe she was picking up some delicious snacks for the game on Sunday.
Probably.
And side note, this was the Super Bowl where Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson had that oops daisy.
Thank you for that. That really sets the tone.
Yeah. Anyway, Laura was driving her 1999 Nissan Sentra, and she arrived at the Hewlin Tom Thumb grocery store.
Okay.
The grocery store is in a busy little strip mall shopping center with other businesses around on Hewlin Street. Well, Laura's family, they grew concerned when 4 p.m. rolled around and Laura hadn't made it back home.
Yeah. My husband would just think I was still
lollygagging.
Yeah, lollygagging for
dilly-dallying.
sure. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So usually when Laura was running late or behind, she would actually call home and let her family know, what was going on. But her husband, he hadn't heard from her. They didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
Her family called the police department and reported her missing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a few hours.
Yeah, it's an instinct, It's like when someone breaks their pattern.
Yeah.
You feel that's happened to me before. A friend broke her pattern once, and the first thing, my first thought was the worst. And
that's the thing, like with you and I, we don't. Yeah, there's some things that you can predict about us, but for the most part, if we're going to go run errands, we're just, oh, hey, let me turn off here. Or no, she had plans and this is how she did it. She
was rigid in her. Yeah. It's the not calling, I think, for me. Like, it's her not calling her family when she usually
does. Yeah. Exactly. So police took the report seriously when...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank
with Laura
goodness.
being elderly, and knowing that she only had 2 plans: to go to her friend's house, go get groceries, return home. Even with Laura being elderly, she was quite healthy. I mean, no memory problems to list, no real health concerns that could explain why she was still gone. They quickly called Laura's bank and credit card companies to check out her statements, like where's she using her cards?
Yeah.
Maybe
she is lollygagging.
Yeah. They found that from 12:57 p.m. to 3:08 p.m., 9 charges were made throughout Fort Worth.
Whoa. That ain't her.
Nope. 3 of her cards had been used to withdraw over $600 in cash, along with other separate charges totaling around $800.
Jeez.
Her husband said, like, this isn't normal. She doesn't just go get cash withdrawals from her credit cards. There was no need.
At all different places.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
There's no need for her to.
All different cards. No.
Police also checked the hospitals to see if she was there, and they put out a bolo and sent out a search party around the area where Laura lived and the area where she ran her errands, but she was nowhere to be found.
Ugh.
Later that evening, a police sergeant discovered a car matching the same description of Laura's on Vickery Street in Fort Worth.
I know where that's at.
It's not too far from Hewlin. He noted the first 3 letters of the license plate were the same as Laura's. I don't know if he just
remembered it.
Yeah. The sergeant made eye contact with the driver of the car.
Oh, there was someone in it?
There was someone in it, yeah. And the car drove off, and got away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oof. 2 days later.
What?
2 days later.
No.
February 1st. They still have not found Laura.
Oh, it's so cold.
I didn't even think about that. So February 1st at 1:02 a.m.
Oh.
in Oklahoma City, a police officer witnessed someone driving a car erratically and turning into a parking lot of a Relax Inn motel.
Oh, they really needed to relax.
They did. I don't know how relaxing it would have been. But
No.
So they were driving erratically. They failed to turn on their turn signal when turning into the parking lot.
Ay, Dios.
Officer Paget contacted dispatch and read off the license plate number. Don't do this at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you're going to get these police officers in small towns. They don't have a lot to do.
They are sipping coffee. They're on a stakeout. They're doing crossword puzzles.
They're writing their reports.
Run the plates.
I don't know. Yeah, so they ran the plates, and the dispatcher tells them that the car is registered to Laura Lee Crane, a missing person from Fort Worth, Texas.
Ay, caramba.
Officer Paget proceeded to approach the vehicle and made contact with the driver. The person in the driver's seat was not an elderly white woman.
Okay.
Who should have been driving the car. Instead, the driver was a black male.
Okay.
Edward Bisbee Jr.
All right.
And in the passenger seat was a black female, Catherine Kitty Latimer. Yeah, she goes by Kitty.
Okay. Meow.
Anyway, he starts asking the basic questions like, hey, what you been up to tonight? Do you know how fast you were going?
Did you know you didn't turn your blinker on?
Yeah. That question about how fast were you going, that always makes me laugh.
Yeah, I know.
That's the first thing they always ask. Like, yeah, I know how fast I was going, but why don't you tell me
Actually,
how fast I was going?
I was asked that once and I was like, no, I really don't know how fast I was going. Turns out it was really fast, but yeah.
Uh-oh. Wasn't there a time when you had your cruise control on and you got pulled over for speeding?
Yes, it was. And they clocked the wrong person. And I tried to explain that to him. And I started crying because I was literally
did not believe you.
He was laughing at me. I was a silly little girl. I probably was 19, 20.
Yeah. And he was laughing at you because you said
He was laughing at me because I was crying. He's like, you're not going to get out of this. You're not going to. I was like, if you look, like it was still on. Like the cruise light was still on.
And he still gave you a ticket.
Still gave me a ticket.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah. What's up, Oklahoma? Yeah. See, they don't like those.
They don't like us little Texas folk that drive over into Oklahoma. They're like, oh.
Anyway, so the officer asks, you got any drugs or alcohol in the car or on you? And Edward answered, no. The driver tells him that he and his female passenger are in town on vacation.
As you do.
Yeah, in someone else's car. Okay.
Someone else's car at the Relax Inn in Oklahoma City.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
go for it.
Eventually, Officer Paget asked to search the car and the driver agreed. Got out of the car and the officer patted him down, cuffed him, and put him in the backseat of the patrol car.
Good move.
He then asked the passenger to get out of the car. She was searched and he found a crack pipe. He searched the car and then requested to search their motel room.
Okay. In
the room was their clothes and a used box of hair dye in the trash can.
Okay.
Obviously, somebody's trying to
conceal their appearance.
Right.
Okay.
The main reason he wanted to look in their room was to find Laura Lee Crane.
Yeah.
But she wasn't in there.
No.
So where in the world was Miss Crane?
Right.
And why did they have her car? Edward and Catherine were arrested. He was held in the Oklahoma County Jail for suspicion of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Also for driving with a suspended license.
Oh,
Shocker.
Thank you for that.
And making an improper right turn.
Okay.
She was being held on suspicion of possession of a controlled substance after a former felony conviction.
Oh.
Possession of drug paraphernalia, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So they were slapping them.
Okay.
Fort Worth detectives arrived in Oklahoma City to talk to these two suspicious people.
Mm-hmm.
Edward initially told them that he had just recently purchased this car for $200.
No, you didn't.
From a man that he only knew as JD.
Okay.
When Catherine was questioned the next day, she told them that Edward and JD stole the car from a woman in a parking lot in Fort Worth, Texas. When they went back to talk to Edward, he said, JD's the one that took the car and he killed the woman that it belonged to.
Oh.
He said JD wanted to get rid of the car, so he tried to sell it to Edward for $1,300. But Edward was like, I don't have that kind of money. And so Edward admitted that he really needed a car. So he took the opportunity and the two of them made a deal. He said JD told him that he could take the car if he takes and disposes of the body that was in the trunk.
Oh my God.
And Edward agreed. Detectives asked Edward to show them where the body of the woman was, and he agreed to take them where he left her. They drove to Murray County, Oklahoma, close to Turner Falls State Park. He left her laying in an embankment off the interstate.
Oh my God.
I-35.
Jeez. Nobody found her?
It was like tall grass. And man. I don't know like how deep the embankment was or I don't know.
Well, and you're driving by. I mean.
Yeah. It's not like you're looking for something. The female body was wrapped in a white sheet with duct tape around her head. Detectives confirmed the body did belong to Laura Lee Crane. In questioning further, detectives were told that the day Laura Lee went missing, Edward and Catherine were at the Tom Thumb at the same time that Laura was there. The two of them were driven to the store so that they could steal beer.
Oh. These people are a bunch of losers.
Yeah. So Edward, he went into the store while Catherine and their unknown driver stayed in the car. While waiting on Edward to get back with the beer, Catherine and the driver got into an argument and she got out of the car and the driver left them at the store.
Oh.
Well, now, what are they going to do?
Right. Run away with the beer?
Yeah. So in their desperate need to find a ride back to where they're staying, they looked around the parking lot. And at that time, Laura Lee walked out of the store toward her car.
Oh, my God.
She made it to her car. She got all of her groceries in and she got into the driver's seat. She sat in the car with her door open. She was looking down as if she dropped something when Edward walked up to her and said, "Ma'am, just scoot over. All we want is a ride. Nothing's going to happen to you." So I guess she scooted over. I don't know. He ended up in the driver's seat and Catherine got into the back seat. Catherine took the opportunity to rummage through Laura's purse and found $12. I know. She found $12 and Laura's credit cards. She demanded that Laura give her the PIN codes, and Laura did. They stopped at a store near Beach Street in Fort Worth, where Catherine went in to a store to try to make a purchase. She soon came back out and told Laura that she gave her the wrong PIN, and she hit her over the side of the head.
Jeez.
They went from one ATM or purchase to the next. They originally planned to drive to Amarillo, but somehow they made their way to Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Okay, wrong way, but
yeah. So that first night, they came to a La Quinta Inn there in Ardmore. In the parking lot, Catherine told Edward to put duct tape around Laura's head.
Oh my God.
So he did. I guess he didn't feel like it was enough, so they put Laura into the trunk and drove to a store to buy more duct tape.
What?
Yeah.
What a couple of bumbling idiots.
Yeah. Just flailing around like with no purpose or plan.
Just the worst.
Laura was kicking and fighting for her life in the trunk, so Catherine demanded that Edward pull off the road and duct tape her hands and feet. So he did. 26 feet of duct tape was used.
Good God.
They even bought a rap CD and played the bass. They played the bass loud so that they couldn't hear Laura kicking and screaming in the back.
That's savage.
It's wait till you hear. So the title of the CD that was found in the car when they were arrested was "Beg for Mercy."
Ew.
Isn't that's sinister?
Evil.
Yeah, evil. The kidnappers went to buy drugs and checked into the hotel for the night while leaving Laura in the trunk of her car.
Oh my God.
When they woke up that morning, they got dressed and made the plan to take Laura and her car and leave the car on the side of the road somewhere and hitchhike somewhere. I don't know where they planned to hitchhike, but
they didn't know where either. They were just going by the seat of their pants.
Exactly. They opened the trunk of the car and found that Laura had died.
Mm-hmm.
So the medical examiner reported that Laura had blunt force trauma to her head and 14 layers of duct tape wrapped around her head.
Oh my God.
There was no opening with no way for her to breathe.
Oh my God.
And the examiner suspected that it would have only taken 1 minute for Laura to suffocate. So I'm not sure like how long she was kicking and screaming back there, but that's what they were saying that she was. 31-year-old Edward Bisbee Jr. and 39-year-old Catherine Latimer were taken back to Fort Worth and charged with capital murder. Edward went to trial and was sentenced to death.
That's how we do it in Texas.
That's right. He did admit to kidnapping her and wrapping duct tape around her head, but he said he made it to where she could still breathe.
Oh, well,
he said
that's really thoughtful. Thank you for that.
He said he wasn't sure what happened as he slept that night. Like how did it get
She was in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Left room.
He claimed that he was under Catherine's control.
Mm-hmm. It's always a woman's fault.
Right. When she told him to do something, he didn't ask questions. He just followed her orders because he loved her so much. His attorneys had argued against the death penalty, of course, because a defense expert, as well as one hired by the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office, both found that he was intellectually disabled.
Okay.
Sounds like the Tanner Horner trial, huh? The district attorney's office had previously recommended the sentence be reduced to life in prison, but the trial judge in his case disagreed with the findings of intellectual disability and upheld the death penalty.
You're smart enough to steal a car, to go all these places, do all this stuff, figure it out from this to that moment, go get some more duct tape. I mean, stupid. Yes, definitely deficits in intelligence.
Right.
But let's not confuse the issue.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with Tanner Horner's trial, that was exhausting and maddening to watch them try to prove his disabilities.
And how that was an excuse.
Right.
Did you see his death row mugshot?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it is chilling. It is so cold and chilling.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
He's like pale. He's in his whites.
Wow.
He looks like a ghost. It's
whoa. But
yeah, don't come over here and murder people in Texas because we will hang you in the street.
Maybe not to that extreme, but so Catherine pleaded guilty, and with the plea deal, she received life in prison and escaped the death penalty.
Okay.
After several delays, Edward was eventually scheduled to be executed on February 10th of 2021. Well, on February 3rd that year, the execution was stayed for further review.
Oh, come on.
He was then scheduled to be executed on May 14th of 2026.
Isn't it wild how the stay turns into a literal stay?
Yeah, it stayed. Yeah.
They're staying for a while.
Yeah, it was years.
Jeez.
Yeah, so 5 years later, here we are, 2026. May 14th is his next execution date. Well, on May 12th of 2026, the execution was again halted by the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, pending further review of the court. And so, this was the last minute.
What is there to review? What is their basis?
This
is not the life of David Gale where you've got Bitsy running down the street with a videotape.
Well,
proving that he's not guilty.
Right. Well,
so what's the holdup here?
So it's just, it's a last minute legal effort by his attorneys seeking to spare his life.
But not indefinitely.
No. And so the Court of Appeals lifted the stay, Candace.
Wow.
The stay was quickly lifted and the execution was followed through on May 14th of 2026.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect you to say that.
When asked by the warden if he had a final statement, Edward Bisbee, said he had surrendered his life to God, and he repeatedly apologized and asked for forgiveness.
Okay.
All these years later.
All right.
While strapped to the death chamber gurney, he said, "I am so sorry for what happened. Miss Crane was a lovely woman. I never meant anything bad to happen to her." He said he had wished he could take it all back, and added that he had no right to get in her car.
You didn't.
You know, it's nice that he expressed that remorse.
It's great when they come to the realization.
Yeah.
Isn't that great that they had the time? The time to
Right.
sit with it and the time to, develop that remorse.
Yeah. And so here he is at the end of his life, and it sounds like he did make it right with God.
Well,
We'll
we'll see.
God will forgive, but you will be judged. You will be judged. Just because you're forgiven of your sins, you still will be judged in heaven. So Edward was pronounced dead at 8:11 p.m.
Good night.
following a lethal injection at the state penitentiary in Huntsville, Texas. Side note, the execution was the 600th
Wow.
in Texas since Texas resumed carrying out the death penalty in 1982.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, so Edward Bisbee was the 4th person executed this year in Texas and the 12th nationwide.
Wow.
That's interesting to me.
It is interesting. I always think death row, it's wild how long it takes.
Not just how long it takes. I mean, yeah, it takes decades. It could take decades.
Yes.
But also several, it seems, get off of death row. And
that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, and the longer time goes on, the more opportunity they have to appeal or, in a lot of death penalty cases, they waive their right to an appeal, but there's always something.
Yeah.
They're always looking for something.
Yeah. And his attorneys, it seemed like they really tried for him.
Why? Stop wasting our taxpayer dollars.
Well, yeah. To end on a tribute to Laura and her life, I will share what colleagues and friends have said about her. They said she set the bar for achievement high. For the children, for the teachers, and for herself. She recognized the potential of children. She gave them the tools with which to succeed. She taught teachers how to teach struggling students. She counseled and encouraged parents. She always saw the worth in a child, and she could get children to do things no one else could do.
I need her.
I know.
I need you, Laura.
For Laura Lee, the children always came first. She was a gracious woman and an inspirational teacher who made children a top priority. She was a remarkable person. She had the ability to analyze the needs of every child and figure out what worked for each child, no matter what. She put the children first. I mean, it's one after another.
It's always the people who devote their lives for others.
Right. And to me, I mean, there's more here that I'll say, but a little side note, to me, someone who devoted their lives for people with special needs, if he really did have learning disabilities and it, that flipped on her, it's heartbreaking.
Yes. Also, I feel like if he would have just demanded money, she would have given it to him or asked.
Yeah. Like, what can I do? How can I help you?
The type of person who would have just been like,
here, take it.
Take it.
Yeah. So others say she would use as much time and resources as necessary to help her students. She found a solution for each child and knew which direction to point them. Laura's vast knowledge and understanding of children, especially those with learning disabilities, made it easy for her to connect with children, and she emphasized to her students that they could accomplish anything.
Oh.
She always had a positive and sought out ways to make the ordinary extraordinary. When she retired from TCU, she didn't retire from working. She never quit moving, learning, or wanting to know. There is nobody else like her. She was remarkably beautiful, both inside and out. And so for me, after reading about her story, I can see that she had class and she had beauty, and
she sounds like a genius.
She was so smart.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wish I could just sit down and learn from her.
And it's amazing that she shared her knowledge with other people so that they could also have the same impact.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't think of things like that. They just think, oh, what I'm going to accomplish. And she's like, what we're all going to accomplish together.
Yeah. How can I leave my mark
Right.
on the next generation so that they can leave their mark? Yeah, absolutely. So I say let's be more like Laura Lee.
Yeah.
Never stop learning and helping others. Be the candle that lights the next candle.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I really love that. And it just, it aggravates me.
Mm-hmm.
What a wonderful person. I'm jealous of all the people that got to know her.
Yeah.
And got to be touched by her. All the children that she's helped.
Yeah. Ugh. And TCU got to have her.
I know. Well, thank you for telling her story. I hate it, but I'm so thankful that we get to share these type of people with everyone.
And we can learn that there are these kinds of people, and we can strive to be like that.
Yeah. I want to be like her.
Yeah.
Well, that was great. Let's do it again sometime.
Let's do it.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Cousins on Crime. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and review wherever you listen, and consider joining our Patreon for bonus episodes every month.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for case photos and to stay up to date with the latest C-on-C news. If you have a case suggestion or just want to tell us how cool we are, email us at cousinsoncrime@gmail.com.